Okay.
Let's pretend like we just started.
Miss
Alan.
Alan's
Alan
coming.
Twats.
Here he comes. Alan Twats.
Thing it is that most of the things that we experience, we regard as things that happen to us, which we ourselves do not originate, which are events
Like if we're really like wanna start this.
expressing some sort of power or activity that is external to ourselves.
That's good to say.
And if you consider that,
And then it's probably good.
you realize that what you mean by
That's
yourself
30 seconds.
is rather narrowly circumscribed.
Easy to fill a minute. We just get it.
Even events that go on in our own bodies are put in the category of things that happen to us in the same way as things that go on in the world outside our skins.
More from them. Consider all that as you yourself. Because you see, we have such a myopic view of what oneself is. It's as if, in other words, we selected how much experience is really to be regarded as me. As if you
We gotta get another tuner.
focused your attention
Or,
on
no, fuck
certain
that.
restricted
One tuner.
areas of the whole panorama
Yeah,
of things that you
have to pass
experience.
it. Let's
And say, I will
100%
take
do
sides
it.
with that much
Now my bass amp has
of
a
it.
Having to pass the tuner is such a rookie move, but
We
that's
come
fucking
here
perfect.
right at the start, an extremely
That was,
important
Sergio would fucking pull it out on me with the tuner. Like, you would never give me the tuner.
which is
You knew?
the different points of view you get when you change your level of magnification. That is to say, you can look at something with a microscope and see it a certain way. You can look at it with the naked eye and see it a certain way. You look at it with a telescope and you see it in another way.
You did this last
Level of
time.
magnification is the correct one.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're all correct. They're just different points of view.
What is that?
You can, for example, look at a newspaper photograph, under magnifying glass, where with the naked eye you will see a human face. With the magnifying glass, you will see a million different dots, rather meaninglessly scattered. As you stand away from that collection of dots, they all seem to be rearrange themselves into a pattern. And you see
5 songs,
specifically
5
defined
minutes, 1 minute breaks.
So you can either call
as
it a
a
song or
flash
a
of
clock, you
consciousness
know?
that
You know,
occurs between two eternal darknesses, which is the popular common sense view which Western man has of his own
Out of
life.
all three of them, that wasn't the best one I've done. I thought the first one was probably the best. Like, the first one, the second was good too. Before I
Consider
fucked up that last one. But
That
when
in
we're
the
playing live,
darkness
it's just the energy.
that
It's
comes
just like,
before your birth,
it's gonna work out great.
there was no you, and in the eternal darkness that follows your death, there is likewise no you.
Kind of a longer term.
Now, I'm going to discuss these matters not by appealing to any all three blades
Turns
around
out that first
a
As
solid
long as
disc.
you like take it slowly.
And you cannot throw an egg
Go to
through it.
like gradually.
So in exactly the same way, you can't put your finger through a rock. Because the rock is moving too fast for your finger to go through. That's the meaning of the whole phenomenon of hardness. Hardness in nature is immense energy, but acting in a very concentrated space, restricted
It's actually
space.
perfect. It's like a
Good
window
window.
between every song.
That's why
It's
it's
like
got
that.
Now, from those very tiny fast rhythms, which give us the impression of continuity, there are also in this universe immensely slow rhythms. And these are very difficult to keep track of. And they impress us and depress us as our own life and death,
Is that chord?
as our coming and going, which goes for what is us to us. Such a slow pace. We can't possibly that it is really But
That's fucking crazy.
it doesn't really matter
See, my
if
dad
the
one
whole
more just
human
made
race
the
blows itself up. Then there's a chance that it won't
This is the
do
last
it.
one, right? It's been 25 minutes, but like set up
It's
this
the only chance we have.
It's fair. We don't want to be rude.
Not to
Be all
do
fucking-
I'm gonna have this video,
It
but
attracts us like a kind of vertigo, like a person who looks over a precipice and is all set to throw himself over.
Is this regular?
No person
You have two tongues.
I have the exact same thing.
and forgets the parachute ring because he
I
gets
usually have like maybe
fascinated with the
symbols, but
So you can see where I stole the whole fucking style.
I don't even need the other symbols, they're like just the red
You
symbols.
get absolutely fascinated.
Like, I don't know. Because,
You do.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
oh, I know.
But
I have this other symbol stand that's not good like this. It's all like janky like that. So when you step it up, it's like not. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't do that. It's like a. You wouldn't build your CV like that.
Well, closer to get to the show, like next month or something, I'll start like, bringing my shit. Just like get them tuned with that.
Might be neutralized.
Probably better to do it if I talk about your house. Like, if we ever jam at your house, I'll show my little kids your house.
Yeah, dude.
So we can jam loud as fuck, and also I can tune them and shit. They've been in a case for like 5 fucking years in the closet. Chilling.
Fluctuation.
I have been fucking stacked on top of each other.
It's just, they have good heads.
You know what I used to put like a dead man? So we absolutely fucking nothing.
Because of
Thin
our
as possible
myopia, because of our
in between each one.
the way we've, as it were,
As long as the snare is
consciousness
fucking
to
good.
focus on just that certain little area of experience that we call voluntary action. That's us. Everything else happens.
What if I just bring my chair?
I'll be sitting down.
Thank